Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Path of Enlightenment. I'm your host, the Gaming Shaman. We're going to be talking about Styx, Master of Shadows. It's a game I recently picked up, and I've been enjoying it immensely. Now you might be saying, why is that? Well, I'm going to show you, because I think showing you is a much better demonstration than me just explaining it to you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the game. Currently, I have played a few hours of the game, and I say a few hours, but realistically, if you were good at the game, you'd probably be able to get there in about 45 minutes, but I'm pretty dreadful. So welcome to Styx. The first thing you'll notice is Styx is a goblin. I'm currently in the hideout, which is sort of your main hub area, and it's really well designed, except for the fact that it seems like there's not a whole lot to do here. You can certainly run around and look at things, and it seems all very pretty, but really this is your main area. This is where you're going to be upgrading your skills. So, you'll use skill points that you earn each level, and currently I have upgraded most of my skills just at least once, except for Amber Vision and Cloning. And I've upgraded my equipment twice just because it's really useful. And then there's Predator down here, which I haven't been able to unlock yet. So let's go through the skills real quick. So Stealth is going to give you abilities with Stealth. Wow. I don't know why I said it like that. Obviously it's going to give you abilities with Stealth. So it's going to be increasing your ability to use Invisibility. Actually here, Master of Invisibility increases your invisibility duration. Your Rapid Recovery. So when you return from invisibility, Rapidly Recover allows you to regain half of the amber that you consumed to make you invisible. That's actually really nice because invisibility uses a lot of amber, which is sort of your... Amber is basically mana in this game. Lighter footsteps, so when you're invisible you get to, you run quieter and walk quieter, which is really nice. Sixth Sense is also nice, so if an enemy detects you outside of your field of vision, it'll at least show you a little indicator of that, and that's been immensely helpful. Then there is Agility. So there's a couple of different agility abilities. Most of these are useful for sort of escaping. So when you land, this will make you hit the ground less hard, so you'll make less noise, which is super helpful because in this game, it's very Assassin's Creed-esque. You're going to be climbing a lot, being up high, and you're going to want to drop down. This ability allows you to escape a little bit better because dodge rolling and things, not particularly useful where I'm at right now, but I'm thinking if I level it up, it might get a little bit better. Duels, very difficult, so I think that this Expert Duelist is going to be a very good skill. I'll show you the dueling system in a little bit. And then Elite Thrower, it allows you to throw your knives and your sandballs much further, which is pretty handy. Cloning, cloning's interesting. I haven't really found a huge use for it yet. It could be that I don't have it leveled up. That might be part of it. So, obviously, with your clone, you can kind of use him to move around and scout out the area. And if the enemy detects him, you can always destroy him, and then they'll be confused. And you can also use it to kind of distract them and move them away from where you're trying to go. So that is a nice thing. But if you look here, you can upgrade him to grab onto people. This allows you to then kill them. He can hide from places and then grab him and kill him inside of a chest or a cabinet. Then you can also cause them to explode for a smoke bomb, and then eventually you can upgrade them to make them invisible. Then you have Amber Vision, which Amber Vision is a lot like Eagle Vision in Assassin's Creed. That's the best way to put it. It kind of highlights places where you can hide, it highlights things you can pick up, it highlights enemies, and obviously leveling it up is going to increase the duration of your Amber Vision. It's going to make things more identifiable. It's going to show you... This one's actually really nice. It shows you their silhouette a little bit better so you can see which way they're facing. And then this one increases your perception, which I don't know what that means because I don't have the ability. So we'll have to maybe get there eventually and we'll see. Equipment. I've obviously upgraded this the most because it's so helpful. Health potions. I use them all the time because I'm terrible at the game. I get killed a lot. So I immediately picked up having an extra vial of health. I also picked up stock of acid so that inside my hideout is a stock of acid potions, which are also phenomenal potions, which we'll talk about the inventory here next. And then Obviously, you can increase how many throwing knives you have, and then eventually you can increase how much amber potions you have. Alright, and then you also have kill. So these are your sort of, they're going to allow you to kill people in different ways. This first one I have, if I'm behind a corner and I am in range of somebody, I can grab them and kill them from behind cover. This is an aerial kill, and it will allow me to drop down on the enemy to kill them. This is a hanging kill, so obviously pretty self-explanatory. You can kill them if you're hanging. And then there's Murderous Impulse, which allows you to kill them from a little bit further distance. I like kill because it's very helpful. However, I do wish that I could have picked this first, because I think that this would be a lot more useful than this one. However, I do see the reasoning behind the progression. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so back to the sort of hideout area. As you'll see, here is your sort of stockade. This is acid potions, a health potion. There's some daggers here. So currently in my inventory screen, which you'll see just above my health and amber bar there, the red and orange bars respectively, is knives. Now, throwing knives are great. You can target the enemy and throw them at the enemy, obviously, and instant kill. Instant kill. It's great. Unless they have a helmet, then in which case it will not kill them. Next item, vials of acid. These are also pretty awesome. Nice, helpful item for when you're trying to be super stealthy, because they actually they cause a body to disappear. You can hide bodies in the game. You can hide them in chests or in cabinets, but if you just dump a vial of acid on a body, it'll instantly be gone, and that's nice. Balls of sand. These are useful for putting out torches. In fact, I might be able to demonstrate that here. Let's see if we can find a torch. Alright, so there's a torch. This will also demonstrate a nice little, a lovely little, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Animation, alright? So watch as I throw this this ball of sand, alright? Takes a second, and then you'll notice that the cap actually comes down and puts out the fire. So let me show you. I can also, of course, go up to it and put it out that way, but I just find that to be a little humorous. Nice little, I don't even know what to call that. It's a bit silly, realistically. Then we have Vials of Life. Pretty self-explanatory. Those are health potions. Vials of Amber, mana potions. That's the easiest way to put it. Here, obviously, skills. You can also replay any of your old missions here. I'm not going to do that because, boy, you know, I'm just really bad at the old missions, and I'd like to move on to the new one. That way, when I struggle through the new mission, it's, you know, less embarrassing because I haven't seen it before. Alright, so you might have also noticed, as I'm running around, Styx has on his arm a glowing sort of tattoo. Now, that glowing tattoo is actually a nice little UI indication, and that tells you if you're stealthed or not. If you are in shadows and they're hiding. Very useful. So you'll see here, I'm not in shadows. I can be detected pretty easily. I am in shadows. A little bit harder to detect me. So that's just a nice little touch. And I really like how it's not like an indicator or a scale or something on the UI. It's just on his arm. It's really beautiful. So we'll go ahead and we'll move down here and we'll talk to this guy that wants us to talk to him. He's probably going to be pissed because I didn't do the side quest to get his book. Oh well. Like to jump down. See, some of you might already be seeing the similarities to Assassin's Creed. If you don't yet, oh, I assure you, you will. Alright, real quick, we're going to go ahead. We'll talk to this gentleman. So as you might have noticed, the voice acting leaves a little bit to be desired, but overall it's not terrible. I don't want to say it's terrible, because it's really not. It's really not terrible. Styx, I think, delivers the best performance, but there are some good performances by the governor, who is the main antagonist of this game. His son, though, not brilliant. Not brilliant. So let's go ahead and we're going to climb up here. Jump. And we will leave the zone. Now, I am playing this with the mouse and keyboard controls, and I've found that predominantly, I don't know if I want to use the word predominantly, largely, they are very responsive and easy to use. I use the W, A, S, and D keys to move around. I use the mouse to adjust my sort of field of view, and then I'll use the space bar to jump. one thing I don't like is that the mouse, or not the mouse, the spacebar is also used to pull yourself up onto ledges, and the E key is used to drop. Which, the E key being used to drop is not bad, but spacebar, I feel like it's very easy to pull yourself up onto a ledge before you're necessarily ready. So I wish it was a different key. Because obviously I jump, and sometimes I like press it twice, kind of instantaneously to make sure I get there, even though there's no double jumping. It's just a habit of mine. And it causes me to like climb up onto the ledge a little early, and then I get detected by a bad guy, and well, then it's a whole mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and crouch, which is going to make me quieter, and we're gonna attempt. We're gonna see what we can do. Okay, that guy is moving at us. We're gonna go ahead and use our amber vision. So as you can see, it's very much Eagle Vision-esque, except it's amber colored. So I can of course see both of these guys, kind of get an idea of what they're gonna be doing. All right, so we have an opportunity here. We're gonna put this torch out. All right. So one of the quirks of the game is that the AI does not always respond quite how you expect them to. I would have figured they both would have responded to that torch being put out, but they didn't. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to make an attempt here to move around. All right. Now we're going to put out this torch. Oh, of course. Now he was able to notice that I had put that flame out, even though he was sleeping and looking the other way. See, the AI is a bit silly, but for every bit of silly AI, there is a silver lining, I suppose. We'll just drop this guy off the edge so we don't have to worry about his body. Goodbye. And he's disappeared. So you may be thinking, okay, the AI is a bit silly, but that doesn't necessarily detract from the game entirely. One of the things I really like, I should say, is there's lots of options. The maps are very open and big, and they allow you to really explore and kind of make your own path. It's very, very much Metal Gear Solid-esque in that sense, even though Metal Gear came out after this game. Note that this game did come out in 2014. We're talking about it today because, well, it didn't get necessarily as much sort of attention as it maybe should have, and it's actually pretty good. Good enough to yield a sequel that's going to be coming out, I believe, in 2016, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to double check on that. So we're going to go ahead and take this guy out who, managed to not notice us as we crept beside his body. I do like the kill animations for the most part. They're all pretty nice, usually pretty well done. I would say the animation quality on kills is probably the best. And maybe the worst animation quality is going to be on things like putting out fires. Although I will admit, when he climbs onto the torch, it's very nice. So once we get into this area a little bit more, we will start to sort of diversify and use our equipment a little bit more so that we can so I can show you that. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to sandball this. Alright, no reaction. Let's go ahead and we're going to sneak up on this guy very carefully. Very carefully. Let's put this torch out. Ooh, there's a gentleman there who's standing. Let's put this torch out. Still no one has noticed that I'm putting these torches out, which is fine. It's fine. Makes the game a little bit easier for me. Means my incompetence is not quite as noticeable. We'll sneak up on this crossbowman and take him out. Alright, and muffle kill. So you'll see, get to choke him out. Now, you will notice it's pretty good, but not perfect. Little ragdoll physics there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you the vial of acid, because I think this is really cool. Sprinkly acid over his body, boom, he's gone. And the beautiful part is, the blood even disappears too. Now, that just happens naturally in the game. When you move a body, the blood disappears, which is a bit silly, but not a huge deal. Not a game breaker again. What you'll find in this game, or at least what I've found in this game, is that there's a lot of silly things that kind of happen, but the game is still so satisfying. I really want to know what happens to Styx. not only that, but it also feels really good when you manage to sneak through an area. Like, getting the kills and managing to pass a part where you maybe were not able to get past before is very satisfying. And I don't know if it's because the game's AI is a bit difficult, or if it is because of maybe certain AI being more respondent to you. I guess that's the best way to put it. And what I mean by respondent to you is that some of the AI is very up to par. They notice things, and they tend to be like, "Oh, hey, my buddy was here, and now he's not. I should probably investigate a little bit." And some of them allow you to sneak up beside them and kill them. So I'm not sure if it's satisfying because when the AI works, it's fairly difficult to sneak one over on them, or if it's satisfying because it's just satisfying to be sneaky. So we'll go ahead and kill this guy as well. Man, I might just be able to take all these guys out pretty easily. Now, I'm going to show you the other thing. As you've noticed, I've used all muffled kills, which causes the enemies to not make any noise when they get killed. But this time, it takes a little bit of time. So I'm going to kill this guy just outright, which allows me to stab him right in the back. Beautiful kill. And we're just going to leave these bodies here because I don't think there's anybody else here. Oh, you know what? We'll move this one. Just this one, though. We'll go ahead and carry him over to this lovely chest. We'll put him away. So far, so good. Things are progressing quite nicely. But like I was saying, the stealth very satisfying. I think it's just I think it's largely due to the fact that it's very satisfying when you manage to sneak one over on the enemies. All right, let's see what we've got here. Get a nice vantage point. Use the amber vision a little bit. Nothing. All right. Go ahead and pop up onto our legs here and go for a little walk. Press into this cover here. Now that mechanism is up there. I am actually going the wrong way. But, I may be going the wrong way, yes. But, I am exploring and finding secrets. Because there are several sort of side missions in the game that are going to give you opportunities to find things. And in fact, I think I've backtracked. That's the reason I didn't find anybody, because I went back the way I came. Man, I hate when that happens. Oh well. Might be saying, why don't you use the map? Well, the map's a bit cryptic. Let me show you the map really quick. Get a mission here. This is the map. I don't understand. I'm not a cartographer. I don't know what maps are. I don't know how to work them. You know, and honestly, I say this is the map, but I could be completely wrong. It might not even be the map. I mean, it looks like a map. It seems like a reasonable map for the area I'm in, but I have no idea where I am, and I have no idea where I need to go. I just know my main objective is here. I know my secondary objective is here. And there's also this, Master Key. So let's keep moving. Keep progressing. I want to get a little bit further so I can show you some other things. I want to definitely show you the abilities next, because I think those are maybe the cream of the crop for this game. Cream of the crop, probably not the right word to utilize. Are sort of the redeeming factor. There's some really good ideas, just not perfectly implemented. Alright, we'll come up onto this door, and in classic Splinter Cell fashion, you can look through the keyhole. Now granted, in Splinter Cell you were looking underneath the door using an optic cable, but it's the same type of thing. Dishonored also, you look through the door. Now we'll go ahead and unlock it. It's a simple, just hold the E button and wait. Which I do like. I think the game would maybe be a bit more would be a bit enhanced, I should say, if there was a oh my gosh, a door unlock minigame. I think that would be a good attachment. Addition, not attachment. All right, so let's go ahead and show off some of our abilities here. So let's use the clone. The problem with the clone is, since my clone is not upgraded, he's not going to be ideal for any missions right now. We can use invisibility if we need to, but I prefer to save invisibility for sort of a attempt to get away. But let's go. So we're going to go ahead and hold 4. As you can see, you could turn completely invisible, and you have a little gauge down at the bottom, and it just honestly wrecks your amber meter. I used half my amber to turn invisible there. But, I mean, makes sense. It's a very powerful skill, potentially. Alright, see, now I'm in a position where I don't know where to go next. Let's climb up here. Oh, perfect. See, there it was. I didn't get the option to pull myself up onto it. It just kind of did it for me. Now, that time, I think it might have been me. Yep, okay. Alright, oh, almost fell. Alright, so let's go ahead, and we're going to get rid of this guy. We're just going to knife him. Yep. Eat shit and die. Hopefully nobody notices your dead corpse there. I'm sure they will, but it'll be fine. And we'll put out this fire. Okay. That gentleman's going to notice. Let's see what he does. Alright, nothing. Oh, there he comes. There he comes. Okay, he's gonna try to put that torch back on, which is fine. Oh no, he's been killed. He's been killed. What do I do? Well, you're gonna die. Alright, so now I've alerted them, as you can see. 2 of them are like, oh god. So they're gonna, I don't want to say they're gonna search the area, because they really don't. They kind of look around where the dead body is, and after a few minutes, not even minutes, more like a few seconds, they tend to sort of stop looking for you. And as you'll notice, that guy actually ducked down and looked underneath the table there to see if I was under there. They will try to find you. Certain places are better to hide than others. The table obviously would not have been a good idea, because he would have found me under there. But as you can see, I'll use the amber vision right there. There's a little vent that you can actually hide in. So those are actually pretty useful. The animations on those are not perfect either. Maybe I'll get an opportunity to show you here. All right, he's gonna move that way. All right, perfect. We have an opportunity here. We're gonna use this. Stuck here. Alright, he's gonna move there. Alright, he's gonna get a drink. Perfect. Oh, no. Oh, no, he's got his back to us. He's got his back to us. Perfect. Okay. Yes. Let's go ahead and activate the mechanism. So we've opened the door. We've put out the torch. This guy's gonna come here, and we might have an opportunity to snag him. I'm hoping he's gonna come. Oh, we might get to use the cover kill. I haven't gotten to use that yet. Oh, nope, he's going to put the torch on. Bastard. I worked hard to put that out. Ugh, I tell you, the AI. Oh, man. There's also, the amber vision was not helpful. It's also, there's, on the table there, you can see a slight glimmer. There's actually a relic there to gather. You know what? I have an opportunity right here. I'm going to show you. The hide animation for the vent, it's quite good when he goes to lift up the vent and hide into it, but watch this. I climb out. Then it opens and I've come out. So it's a bit silly. All right, let's go ahead. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna knife this guy. Bad decision. He got done in. I assure you, the dialogue of the enemies as they search is no better. No better. Alright. We have an opportunity to do a cover kill here. Perhaps. Ooh, maybe not. Oh, balls. I'm gonna press E here. Oh, boy. Ooh. Boy, good thing they are not the brightest bunch. Ooh. Oh, come here, big boy. So you may be wondering, why are you not taking them down? Well, this guy is currently alerted, and if I attempt to take him down, he is gonna beat my ass. Because when enemies are alerted, you actually cannot... Oh my. He was stretching his neck there, I think. When enemies are alerted, though, sorry about that. When enemies are alerted, you can't actually kill them, except unless they are librarians or servants, which those guys, not dangerous at all. You're not going to be running into much trouble with them, because they don't have swords. See, now, I'm in the light, and I'm crouched, but I would have honestly thought that guy might have been able to see me. But he wasn't able to see me. So, I'm not sure. Alright, let's see. See if he spots us here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to poison this water. You can actually, it's actually really fun to poison the water because you spit into the water, poisons it, people are on patrol, they drink the water, and then a few steps later they tend to die. So it makes dispatching of several guards very easy and efficient, which I actually really like, because then when one of those guys drops, yes, you do have to worry about their body being detected, but you also have the opportunity to move in on another opponent now and take them out. Alright, we've gotten rid of his body. Do I have enough? I don't have any sand left. Let's see here. Let's go around. Oh, there's another guy over here that I did not know about. Ooh. Seems to be trying to break down this wall. Ooh. That was scary. Okay, he's lost interest. That's the other thing. They tend to lose interest very quickly if they don't see you directly. The other thing is, I would have thought I would have been hidden there, but he somehow saw me. This particular chap is a startled sort. Go ahead and take him out. Now, I'm a bit nervous about moving across this area where you can clearly detect me. Oh, nope. Out of view. Out of range. So again, I will just say that some of the AI things are a little silly. I'm going to use the word silly because I don't think they're necessarily bad. Because I do think that it's partially made, since I'm playing on normal, I do think the way things are in the game, as far as AI is concerned, is to make the game a little bit easier. I imagine if you're on a harder difficulty, the enemies are going to be able to spot you at a much broader range. I'm going to show you the combat here. So, once I get sort of locked in, I have an opportunity to block and parry. And I assure you, parrying is very difficult. As you can see there, I was trying to dodge his abilities, but I was not very successful. And not only was I trying to dodge his abilities, I have to time the parry just right so that I can deflect his weapon and then kill him. I obviously took some damage there, so I'm going to go ahead and use a heal potion. I do like the animations for the potions. I don't know why, they're just quite fun. But initially, so that guy, I should specify, that guy was very easy to kill. Because he is just sort of a worker. He has a hammer, and he's not a very good fighter. And it makes sense. You know, he was pretty easy to kill. It only took one parry and he was down. There are some characters, some of those swordsmen that I took down, I dispatched of quite nicely. Those gentlemen, oh, they're going to give you some trouble. Because they are a bit more skilled, and you will have to parry some of their attacks 3 or 4 times before you're going to get anywhere with them, before you're going to be able to kill them. The other thing is, when one of those swordsmen yells for help or calls out to his fellow soldiers, and you are nearby, they are going to get you. What do I mean by that? They're going to come up, and they're not afraid to swing their sword at you, they're not afraid to throw daggers at you, which makes the combat a little bit more difficult. And initially, when I first started sort of playing, I was kind of angry at how hard the combat was, because it felt unfair, almost. But as I started to play a little bit more of it, and started to sort of get a better grasp for the game, I realized that the combat is unfair because it really should be. I am Styx. I am about, let's see, I'm going to stand up here. You know, I'm no game theorist, but I can tell you that he's probably about 4 feet fucking tall, right? Look at these other guys. These guys are a good 5'5", maybe 6 feet, you know? I'm obviously definitely just guesstimating, because I went from 5'5" to 6 feet, and typically that is not a comparable range. But these guys are pretty big. So it would be completely ridiculous to think that I could easily dispatch of these enemies. And so I've taken to sort of, I don't want to say relaxing, but I've taken a more sort of intelligent an intelligent I don't know why I keep trying to say reproach. An intelligent approach, whereas the combat is difficult because of the fact that I am a goblin, and I am small, and it is very likely that these big burly men will beat my ass. Now, those things suck. They're great because they cannot see, so as long as you don't move, they won't be able to detect you. But if you move, even when you're stealthed, they have very good hearing, and so they're able to kind of find you a lot easier. Which is a real hassle, because there's a lot of them. And that one is apparently armored, which is fucking terrible. Oh, fuck. Alright, they've all spotted me. They all know where I'm at. Woo. Oh my. The jumps. The ceiling is so low here. I was not able to jump how I thought I would be able to. And that really sucks. Not being able to jump is difficult. Alright, and now, see, as you can see, they've all followed me over here. So we gotta wait till they go on their happy way. Which could be a little bit. Alright, well, balls. I don't know if I can take this guy down. I've never actually tried to kill one of these things. Although they just introduced him to me in the last level. Oh, okay, that was bad. That was bad. Oh, no. Okay, so we've got an issue. There are a lot of bugs. And I died. You died. I died. To bugs. Well, to be fair, things are going a lot better, because typically I would have died at least 15 times at this point. But only having died once, and to some bugs, I'll take it. Alright, if I can hop up onto this, there we go. Let's climb over here. Climb over here. Alright, so we need to figure out a way to distract these bugs. Ah, crap. So these are one of the tougher enemies in the game, because typically you have to worry about line of sight. And for a lot of stealth games that is the case. But in this game you have to worry about distance of ear, perhaps? And distance of ear is a much harder judge than line of sight. At least in my personal opinion. Because I can tell you exactly how far away you have to be for somebody to see you. I cannot tell you how far away you have to be for a bug to hear you. So again, they are blind, so given the right circumstances, if I don't move, they shouldn't see me. Or, I guess, hear me? Hear me's more appropriate, I suppose. Alright, we're gonna make a move here. We land. Oh, gosh, again. Oh, man. We're back in the same spot again. It would be much less difficult if there was you know, maybe a few less of them. You know, maybe this is a good point to wrap up. You know, I haven't died nearly as much, And I managed to show you pretty much everything in the game. You know what? Hey, let's... I'm going to show... I have an opportunity to show you the clone. So the clone makes noise when he is initiated. And he has a meter. We're going to make some noise here. He can't run, though. So, oh, he can run. Oh, no. Man, he got tore up. So we're going to jump over here. We're going to hop up here. All right. We've got it. E. Now let's make another clone. Make one more. Boom. He bursts out. And we're going to hop down. We're going to run. Yes. They've got me. Oh, line of sight. Okay, perfect. We're going to jump down. We're going to run. Oh, opportunities. Look at that. All right. So I'm glad I was able to demonstrate the clone. He was more useful than I expected him to be. All right, and then we'll drop down here. Oh, those bugs. They're on to me. But we might be able to get away from them. That is the hope. Put out this torch. Oh, they're coming. Ugh. Oh, okay. Might get lucky. Go ahead and take an amber potion because we might need to utilize some more amber. Alright, yes, we are going to use amber here. Let's put out this. Ooh. I think I would have spotted me. That would have been bad. Nothing to climb on. That's one thing that makes me sad is I want to compare the game a lot to Assassin's Creed because there is a lot of ability for sort of parkour climbing things. But it's almost more like the original Uncharted because you do have the parkour abilities and there are places you can climb, but it tends to be not that often. So let me try to re-explain that. So in the original Uncharted, there was places to climb, but very specific places. There wasn't a lot of them. But there was a parkour system, you could move around, you could climb things. It was a lot like Tomb Raider in that way. In this game, it feels kind of the same way. You can climb a lot of stuff, but at the same time, it's only at certain times. So, a lot of times you will find yourself on the ground, but when you do get that experience to sort of glide above your enemies, which I obviously tried to do there and failed miserably, it's very satisfying. Because you feel very much like a sneaky bastard. And I really think that's what Styx is. He's a sneaky bastard. That's the best way to describe him. So honestly, what can I say about the game? I picked it up for $10 on the Steam Stealth sale, which is over now. But I can honestly say that I would probably pay full price for this game, and it's about $30. It brings one final thing to the table that I want to talk about. It's like a double-A game. And you might be saying to yourself, I've never heard that term before, you've made that up. And you are correct, I have made that up. I have never heard it before myself. But the game feels like a double-A because of the fact that it's not quite up to that triple-A polish where you expect it to be looking really great, you expect all the mechanics to work really well, you know, and it doesn't have quite the brilliance of a AAA game. But it's certainly not an indie game, because the funding was there for this game, the graphics are there for this game, and it has a bit of a whimsical charm to it. And that's what makes Styx fun. It's whimsical charm. It's not a perfect game, but it's not a terrible game. It's a whimsical, charming game. And that's where I'm going to leave you. Yeah. Once again, this is the game. I am the Gaming Shaman, and this has been the Path to Enlightenment. Hopefully I've enlightened you into Styx's world, and perhaps you'll pick his game up. And I think you definitely should, because it's quite good. It's $29 on Steam right now. And you pick up the game, you get ahead of the pack for the story, and when the sequel comes out, you'll be ready. With that, I bid you adieu.